Good evening, everyone. I am delighted to welcome you to our membership focused Rotary Learning session tonight. A special greeting to our district governor-elect, Soraya, the district learning team, and our esteemed past district governors on the call. Your leadership and ongoing support are deeply appreciated. Our presenters tonight are Brian King, RI Director of Membership Development, Mary Ligon, Zone 34 Rotary Coordinator, PDG Lyle Chase of District 7030, and Giselle Holder, District 7030 District Secretary and Membership Chair-elect. A warm welcome to each of you. We are truly delighted to have you here today. We look forward to hearing your insights and perspectives on membership matters, as they are vital to shaping our direction and fostering growth. Please know each of your contributions are highly valued. We appreciate your presence, and we look forward to hearing your thoughts, especially during the Q&A sessions later. To our presidents-elect and secretaries-elect, your energy and fresh perspectives are vital for our future. Hopefully, after tonight's session, we will be able to explore new strategies together. So before we hear from our esteemed presenters, a few reminders. Some Zoom protocol, the language selection at the bottom of the screen. Click on the three dots, select interpretation, and choose your language. And general information, display name, club, and your incoming role, for example, AGE John Vex in Kits. Please mute your microphone to minimize background noise and enable your video to allow others to see you. Please note sessions will be recorded. Please place your questions in the chat in capital letters. Lengthy discussion questions will be assigned to a parking lot. I also remind you that a QR code is placed in the chat, which takes you to the feedback form. As you know, feedback is very important for improvement and growth and for tailoring our experiences, and definitely to let you know that your voice matters. So we begin the program, and tonight we will hear from DGE Soraya. Soraya has been a member of the Rotary Club of St. Lucia from March 2010. She served as president in the year 2018 to 2019, and under her leadership, the club achieved the District's Club of the Year award, as well as the largest membership growth award. Soraya has served in other capacities on the club's board and continues as an active member of her club. At the district level, she served as district secretary during the Rotary year 2020 to 2021. She accepted the position of District Interact Chair in 2021 and served in this role for 3 terms and has been instrumental in revitalizing and growing District 7030's Interact community. Soraya is passionate about Interact and is keenly focused on the upskilling of youth in service and leadership, and by extension, the shaping of leaders for the future. Soraya is a Paul Harris Fellow, a charter and continuing member of District 7030 Polio Plus Society and a member of the Paul Harris Society. She is a corporate banking professional, having served in the banking and finance industry for over 30 years. She believes that the beauty and essence of Rotary is this extraordinary opportunity that it brings through numerous channels to serve, transform, and make a difference in our world. Fellow Rotarians, I welcome DG Soraya, and we will now hear from her.
Thank you. Thank you so much, AG Dina, for that warm introduction. And good evening to everyone. Thank you so much for your attendance at this PELS membership session, which is the 3rd so far in our virtual learning series. I would like to acknowledge all of our past district governors on the call, our assistant governors and district leaders, and of course, all of our incoming club presidents, secretaries, and club officers. Welcome, everyone. Tonight, we are so fortunate to have with us our membership director, Brian King, and AG Dina would have spoken to that in her introduction as well, but I feel the need to just emphasize it a bit here, because we also have our zone leader, Rotary coordinator, Mary Ligon, partnering with our very own District 7030 membership leaders, past District Governor Lyle, past Assistant Governor and incoming membership chair, Giselle, to deliver what I think will be a very rich presentation on membership to you, our incoming leaders. As a membership organization, this is such an important area for us as Rotarians and as leaders. And I hope that as you listen in, you give thought to the overall value our membership brings, what we can do to grow and strengthen our membership, and why it matters. Membership matters in Rotary, not merely in terms of numbers and being able to say that we have 20 or 50 members in a club. It's about building that vibrant, diverse, and engaged community of leaders dedicated to making a difference. So by focusing on growing and retaining our members with heart, Rotary clubs can continue to thrive and amplify their impact on the world. Our members are the heartbeat of Rotary success. Our members are our greatest resource, our greatest asset, and in fact, our competitive advantage. But our success is tied to the happiness, the development, the commitment, and the dedication of members. It is only through active community engagement, focused leadership development, inclusive practices, and a strong sense of belonging that our members will find fulfillment and purpose, thereby ensuring Rotary's sustainability and success for years to come. Incoming RI president has told us that membership and membership growth are our highest internal priorities. And so we know this. We know that we need to also prioritize this, which starts with understanding our membership and its overall importance to our organization. Our presenters will be expanding on these discussions as well. And so at this point, it is my pleasure to hand over to PP Dina to introduce our very first presenter, Rotary International's Membership Director, Brian King. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, DG Soraya, for sharing your vision for membership. Your insights are invaluable as we work to strengthen our Rotary community. So our next speaker is Brian King, Director of Membership Development. He's also a member of the Rotary Club of Evanston, Illinois, USA. Brian was born in Nairobi, Kenya, where he lived until he was 7 years old. He then moved to Des Moines, Iowa, where he grew up. Brian earned his Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology and Psychology from the University of Iowa. He completed his master's at the University of Florida in Anthropology with a specialization in African Studies and Development Administration. He resides in Evanston, the home of Northwestern University and world headquarters of Rotary International. Brian began working for Rotary in 2001. He has held a number of positions within the Rotary Foundation's Development Office, including the Director of International Fundraising and Director of Annual Giving and Alumni Relations. He currently serves as the Director of Membership Development for Rotary International, a position he assumed in December 2014. As Director of Membership Development, Brian leads a global team who develop and implement targeted efforts at the club, district, zone, and organizational level. with the ultimate objective of strengthening each club's capacity to attract and engage a vibrant and diverse member base. In his free time, Brian coaches youth soccer and enjoys running, gardening, and most things outdoor. Brian is also a proud member and past president of the Rotary Club of Everston, a Rotary Foundation benefactor, and a multiple Paul Harris Fellow. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Brian King.
Thank you so much, AG Dina. It's a real pleasure to be with you all this evening and scanning the virtual room. It's great to see some dear friends that I've had the privilege of working with for a number of years, and it's great to make some new friends as we're together this evening and prepare for the year ahead. So thank you again for the chance to be with you. And I would really like to just echo DG Soraya's really inspirational remarks and the emphasis on Rotary as a membership organization, and to encourage you to continue to focus on the value that we as members derive out of our affiliation and our involvement with Rotary, and emphasize that same value that your fellow members enjoy and benefit through their membership. I also want to emphasize the fact that you are going to get a tremendous value and personal growth out of your service to your respective clubs next year. And so I hope you really embrace that. You look forward to it. As I reflect back on the year, I had the privilege of serving as president of the club where I'm a member. I gained so much personally and professionally that I can then apply to my personal life, to my professional life, to my other service volunteer activities outside of Rotary, because of this laboratory that Rotary provides us all to grow. So I really hope you take advantage of that. In my just few minutes that I have with you this evening, I first want to congratulate you. The clubs of District 7030 are truly leading the way in membership in this region of the world. You are among few of the strongest growing districts in this part of the world. And it's something I hope you take great pride in, but also not for simply the numbers and the number of members in your club, but again, as DG Soraya said, what a growing membership can do for your community. And we'll learn a little bit more about the why of membership growth in just a moment. But I really want to acknowledge the incredible vibrancy of membership in your respective clubs. And I hope you'll continue to build on that momentum. Right now, through the end of February, this district is growing. You're seeing some nice membership growth, and you are projected to end this year with a net increase in membership. But you can't give up. You need to be relentless and focused, caring for each and every member that you have, ensuring that they stay and continue as members next Rotary year. We often see a decrease in membership in May and June, just before the next semi-annual invoice comes due. And so really don't consider the year done yet. You must continue to add new and more diverse members and keep the members that you have. But I really look forward to celebrating with you in a few months' time, celebrating the growth that your district has achieved through your personal leadership and participation. To help you do that, to help you continue to maintain this growth and grow even further, I thought we could just take a look at a few ideas, a few best practices to grow your membership. And I'm just going to provide 6 of these ideas with you today. There are many more, but I like the number 6 because there's 6 spokes in the Rotary wheel. So let's think of these as the 6 spokes of membership growth for you to consider. And the first, and perhaps most important, is to recognize that it is the club experience that is the single most important factor influencing the satisfaction of your members and the likelihood that they will stay. And when we talk about club experience, we're talking about things like enjoyable meetings, the opportunity to form meaningful connections with others, to have a sense of belonging, to have access to varied and impactful service activities, to have the ability to grow personally and develop leadership skills. And the most important factor driving a irresistible club experience is you. It's competent, trustworthy, reliable leadership. So no pressure, but you really are the key to delivering a valuable club experience to your members. And I hope you take that seriously. The second spoke of membership growth opportunities I want to highlight is an online resource available to you called the Membership Leads Program. This is a place where individuals can come to Rotary.org, express their interest in Rotary, and we will connect them with a club that meets their needs and expectations. We're in the process of making some significant improvements to this platform, and we're really excited about what it'll mean for you and your club as you continue to work to welcome new members into your clubs. What's exciting about this resource is that you as members can also use it. If some of your members leave because they're moving to a new community, they can use the same tool to get connected with a new club in a new community, or if they're looking to change new clubs, or even better yet, if you're traveling for business or for fun and you meet somebody, maybe it's at the airport and you feel that they would be a great member for Rotary, but maybe they don't live in your community, you can use this same resource to refer them to get connected with a club wherever they may live. So we all have an opportunity to grow Rotary, both within our clubs and in our communities and beyond. The third spoke I want to highlight is to reach out to former members. We all suffered a great deal during COVID. Many of our clubs lost members in response to the devastating impacts that COVID had on people's personal and professional lives. But sometimes things change over time, and consider reaching back out to some of your former members that left. Maybe your club has changed. Maybe their circumstances have changed. Give them another opportunity to reacquaint themselves with Rotary and perhaps get involved again. It's an incredible opportunity that I hope you'll consider. Another opportunity is to reach out to youth. We have incredible youth programs that people in your community are benefiting from, whether it be an Interact Club, a Rotary Youth Leadership Award, or a youth exchange program, or many of the others that your clubs might be administering. These are beneficiaries of Rotary, and we want to develop a strong relationship with those participants so that Rotary becomes a part of their life for a very long time. And in the meantime, these youth have parents and guardians who may benefit from getting involved in Rotary as well. So take advantage of that. Share the gift of Rotary with others, not yet a part of us, but maybe experiencing Rotary in a programmatic way, but recognize that there's a chance to strengthen the relationship with them. Similarly, I encourage you to strengthen the relationship with professional organizations. It can help you access new volunteers for your projects. It can serve as a great source of programs for some of your club meetings to hear from other leaders in your community. And it can also be a great source of members. Again, we all gain so much through our membership professionally, and consider sharing that gift with other professional institutions who may be looking to provide their employees or their constituents with that opportunity for connection, leadership, as well as service. So really look at other organizations, professional institutions in your communities as a source of, again, not just programs and access to additional volunteers, but potential members. And lastly, I really want to encourage you to embrace new and different club formats. There is so much more room in our communities for additional expressions of Rotary. Many of our clubs meet at a set day and a time, and by that very nature, we are excluding people in our communities who simply can't attend. So really embrace the opportunity to have new and different club experiences in your communities to reach people that are not yet a part of us. And this could include an extension of your own club. consider a companion or satellite club that's connected to your club, but might meet at a different time, a different location. They organize their own service activities. Often these clubs exclusively focus on service activities and don't want to have the formality of recurring meetings and formal programs with meals, but they want to serve with Rotary and create that opportunity to reach new audiences in your communities. So those are just a couple of the strategies, the spokes of membership I hope you'll consider. If we go to the next slide, I just want to wrap up my remarks by highlighting a few really important resources available to you, because the most important thing to know is that you're not alone in this work. There are tremendous resources, many of whom are on this call, on this meeting with us together. Your district leaders are incredible resources with the knowledge, the experience, the contacts to help you be successful. And you're next going to hear about some incredible resources available through your regional leader team, some remarkable tools to help you be successful. And Rotary International also has a lot of resources to help you. There's a few on the screen here I just wanted to highlight. And some of the most important ones build on AG Dina's comment about feedback being important. Use some of these resources like the Club Health Check or a member interest survey or an existing member satisfaction survey to understand the health of your club, the expectations of prospective and new members, and then the ongoing satisfaction of your existing members. Are they happy with the club experience you're delivering? And if you're not, give them an opportunity to share feedback so that they feel heard, that their opinion matters, and you as a leader are listening. Again, demonstrating that important leadership quality that drives the club experience that your members deserve. So those are just a few of the important resources available. There are many, many more available at Rotary.org membership. There's also additional learning resources at Rotary.org/learn. And again, for those that wish to express their interest in joining Rotary or connecting with a new club, or if you wish to make a membership referral, you can do that at Rotary.org/join. So that's all I had to share with you at this time. I'm happy to turn things over to AG Dina to continue with the program.
Thank you, RID Brian, for your informative presentation on membership statistics, growth opportunities, and the benefits of new and innovative club types, and also to make use of the resources that are available on Rotary.org. Your analysis provides valuable perspectives as we continue to explore new possibilities. It is my pleasure now to introduce Mary Ligon. Mary Ligon, our Zone 34 Rotary Coordinator, leads the team that provides innovative ideas and support to your efforts to grow more, to do more. With an intense focus on membership growth as district governor, Mary reversed a multi-year decline in membership trend. Using the Rotary Action Plan priorities, she adapted existing practices and traditions to deliver desired outcomes. Mary has experience in a variety of club and district roles, which you probably relate to: club president, assistant governor, PETS facilitator, district grants chair, district learning facilitator. She has more than 20 years of experience in community leadership development and believes the most effective leaders are lifelong learners with clear goals and plans. As a member of 33 and 34 Membership Action Plan MAP team, she coordinates the content and format for monthly webinars to provide you with proven ideas and strategies that can enhance your membership growth plans. Connect with Mary to learn and to share what support you need to accomplish your membership goals in the future. Fellow Rotarians, please welcome Mary Ligon.
Thank you so much, AG Dina. I appreciate having the opportunity to be here and to share with you. I want to follow up with some of what Brian talked about in terms of membership with why grow? You know, sometimes we get so focused on the need to grow that we forget why we need to grow or why there is a benefit to growth, especially in your club. So just recall, every time we add a member, we add a new perspective. We get new ideas. There are new skills and talents that come with a new member. We have an increased impact in our community because we've got more hands to work on things. Our network expands, and more candidates means there's more future leaders. And we have an increased capacity for funding and greater value to our members because of all of these things. I want to talk just a little bit about our regional action plan, which is the membership action plan. I'm sure you have heard MAP over and over and over. At least I sure hope you have. It is an effort to support the clubs to grow. It consists of webinars, which you just heard a little bit about, the Membership Success Center, which I'm going to go into in a little bit more detail, and we offer some recognition through awards, and there's a resource library. So the Membership Success Center is the place to see historical trends, set goals, monitor progress. So let's explore a few examples for a few minutes. Now, to access the Membership Success Center, you go through Club Runner. So if you sign on to Club Runner, you go to the Reports tab up in the center, and over on the left-hand side, you select the Membership Action Plan. That takes you to this screen, which says you are about to leave Club Runner. It's just a sign-in mechanism to go through Club Runner, and it passes along the information for you into the Membership Success Center, which you can see here. Now, notice this is the Membership Success Center homepage. If you're not familiar with this, I invite you to have a look at some of the short video tutorials. They're listed, there's a link to those down at the bottom. There is an introductory guided tour, and then some more how-to videos as well. Also notice up in the upper right that you can change the language to French if that's your preferred language. So first, let's look at the membership goals section on the next slide. Now, we're looking at screenshots. So we're going to scroll back and forth. So this is on the bottom of the goal setting page. What you see here, and where I suggest as a president-elect you go first, is club data. You see a 5-year historical trend. And in this example, you see a club that has been growing consistently for several years. And for this year, they have a goal to net up 1 new member. You see that kind of in the faded blue bar. On the next slide, we'll see what we would see if we scrolled up on this page. So now we're looking at the top half of that same page. This club has an average attrition of 14% each year. It's not bad. It's actually less than average in the North America. And their attraction is pretty good. Look at that problem to solve area. This shows you that they have neither an attraction nor an attrition nor attraction is an issue for this club. Their average attraction is more than their average attrition. That's just what we want. We know that setting goals and having plans to achieve the goals increases the probability of success. So I encourage you to use this tool to set your membership goal, understanding your history and where you want to go. Something in the 5 to 10% range is good. And when you're creating your goal, you can input a percentage and the system will calculate the number you need, or you can put in a number that you want to achieve and the system will show you what that percentage is. So now let's look at the club's progress based on the goal they've set at the beginning of this year. We're on to the next screen, and this is the progress dashboard page. Based on their historical attrition, this club needs to add 10 members to net 1 at the year end, and that's because of their average attrition. So looking at the graph, the yellow line represents the pace needed to achieve their goal, how many members they need to add all along during the year. The blue bars show how many members have been added so far, and they are slightly behind their pace to goal. You want to be at or above the yellow line with those blue bars to be on pace to reach your goal. Now, looking above and to the right, you will see a new block of information. This is actually a new feature just added in the last month or so, which estimates the year-end results based on their current rate of adding members and assuming the attrition will be the same as the historical average. So, while this club's been growing and they're doing pretty well, the forecast at the moment would be for a net loss of 1. So let's look at another example. We're back to looking at a 5-year history of this club. It's a different club. They've lost members the last couple of years. And to reach their goal and overcome their typical attrition, they need to attract 5 new members this year. And on the next screen, we scrolled back up again. Looking at the blocks at the top, we see their attrition is low. That sounds pretty good, but so is their attraction. The problem to solve here is insufficient attraction. So notice that blue bar that says View Recommended Strategies. If you were to click on that, and we're not doing this live, so no pop-up, but you would see a pop-up which provides suggested strategies to address insufficient attraction. Next, let's look at their progress dashboard. So we're scrolling back up again, and in this case, the club didn't attract a single new member until 8 months into the Rotary year. Now, this is a concern. With a goal of 3, anticipated average attrition of 4, and their progress to date, estimate is for them to have a net loss of 1. They didn't have very many they had to add, but they've not added what they needed to so far. If things continue as they are, they would be projected to net down this year. So here's a tip. As you're planning for the upcoming Rotary year, make plans to start early in the year in attracting new members. If you wait a few months to get going, it might be hard to catch up. So the progress dashboard is your best tool for understanding progress and predicting the future based on your club's history. In this case, the club needs to do something different now to change their outcome. And one last example. This is a club that had a big decline a few years ago and hasn't quite gotten their mojo back. Notice just above the bar chart that they need 14 new members to reach their goal. And when we look at the upper portion of this page, we see they have high attrition because we've scrolled back up again, and their attrition rate is high, but not, their attraction rate is high, but not high enough to overcome their anticipated attrition. So once again, you could click on that blue bar in the middle to see a pop-up of recommended strategies to address both problems to solve. Now, looking at their progress to date, we see a big challenge. In this case, they have only added 2 members of the 14 needed to reach their goal, and we're 8-9 months into the year. They are behind the pace, and the year-end estimate would be that they will net down 6 members if they continue as they have so far. I recommend reviewing the progress dashboard each month so you know how you are doing compared to your goal and can make adjustments early. Now, I ran through these examples quickly and didn't cover nearly all of the benefits and information you can get out of this, but I am happy to explore in more detail with you anytime. Simply reach out to me at maryligon.rotary@gmail.com. So if we go back and look at our membership action plan slide again, we've talked some about that middle section on the Membership Success Center. You already know that we have monthly webinars on the second Mondays, and that I mentioned the recognition and the resource library. Our regional action plan is your best tool and resource to be successful. There's also a survey tool in it, which is very easy to use for gathering input from your club members. Just something that Brian mentioned earlier. You need to better understand what they want so you can deliver the club experience that will satisfy their needs and expectations. After all, our members are our customers, and we need to meet their needs and expectations. Through the Regional Membership Action Plan, we will recognize clubs and districts that achieve net growth with a zone award. And even more significant is recognizing those that have consecutive years of growth. So, thank you for your time. I'm here to support you. Check out the resources highlighted on my link tree, which is that QR code. And I look forward to engaging with you. Grow more to do more. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you for your impactful presentation on why growing membership matters. Thank you for sharing the map tools and resources, and for sharing membership statistics from various clubs showing the percentage of attraction and attrition on the progress dashboard. I am certain that this will resonate deeply with us as we attempt to strengthen our community. We truly appreciate your insights. We will now hear from PDG Lyle Chase. Lyle is a PDG and has served as an assistant Rotary coordinator for the Caribbean region for the last almost 3 years. Lyle is passionate about Rotary and all aspects of growing membership. Ladies and fellow Rotarians, let us welcome the one and only PDG Lyle.
Thank you, Dina, the one and only. No, actually, I have a son called Lyle as well. Well, all protocols established. It is just fantastic to be with you and to talk about something that I am totally passionate about. The only problem I have tonight is that both Brian and Mary, and let's not forget Soraya, have all taken away everything I was going to say. But I am going to reach out to somebody in the audience, and I'm going to ask them to tell us what they think the backbone of a successful Rotary Club is. So I'm going to be a little unfair to you. I'm going to reach out to the president-elect of my own club. And you all know that this is the new E-Club in the Caribbean. So I just want you to understand that we are as you are. It simply means we meet online. So, Chris,
I'm here.
President-elect Chris, wonderful, wonderful. Chris, what, in your opinion, is the backbone of a successful, thriving Rotary Club?
I think really, I mean, there's one feature that's important for all the clubs, whether it's the legacy in-person clubs or the e-clubs, even the satellite clubs, and that comes down to engagement. I think that's the most important part of any club, because what we get through that is it fosters collaboration. Most importantly, it drives growth as well, is what we've just been talking about with the membership, and it strengthens the members' experience. And I think by combining all of those, we're able to drive engagement within the club, which this day is the most important part of being a Rotarian.
Chris, you actually hit it on the head. I'm going to expand a little bit on that, and I'm going to take you to what they call the 5 elements of the club experience, because we're talking about the leadership. And that's you guys. You guys are the leaders, right? So we're talking about the leadership of your Rotary Club, right? So I want you to think about this for a while, because every club has its own unique identity, its culture. And you as the leader, the president, the membership chair, the board of directors, you need to understand the culture of your Rotary Club, and you need to build your Rotary Club around that culture. And of course, unless we have some clubs with toxic cultures, and we have to work to get rid of that. So that's why, thank God, Rotary has the wisdom to ensure that we have a new president, a new team every year, although we look to a 3-year rolling leadership group. The second thing, and you've heard it again, time and again tonight, engagement, engagement, engagement. Make sure that your Rotary members are engaged. Are you having a perfect club meeting, or do you have a club meeting where people come down and they're bored to tears, and they're really only here because they feel, oh, we have to be, right? You're going to lose members. You're going to lose members. So please make sure your club meeting is engaging. Make sure your members are fully on board and engaged. In fact, today I was amending the bylaws of our own Rotary Club. We have all these onerous things about getting rid of members if they don't attend. And we have changed our bylaws to focus on membership engagement. So think about that. You need to have, this is the 5 elements, a robust membership service program. So members don't join a Rotary Club just to come in and have tea or to chat together on the internet. They join because they want to make a difference. And you, as the leader, have to make it possible. You, as the leader, have to drive that experience for your members. But don't make the mistake of trying to do it for them. Give them the responsibility. And then you have the desire for socialization. And every Rotarian loves to come up and hug each other and be good friends. That's part of what we do. We do it online, by the way. We have this wonderful, wonderful camaraderie in our online meetings. You wouldn't believe it. And some of us have become amazing friends. Governor-elect Maurice and I became amazing friends in my year as governor. We never met. We never met, but we became amazing friends. And when we did meet in Barbados, it was truly awesome. So we come back to the last element of that good club experience, and that's leadership. And that's you guys. You guys have got to make sure that you empower your members. You've got to embrace your members. You've got to communicate with your members. Reach out. If you don't see a member at a meeting, just pick up the phone. Go have a coffee. Whatever it takes, you need to engage your members and make sure that all of your members are fully engaged. That is the role of a leader. You are the motivator in chief. I say that to the district governors coming in as well. That's your role. You're the motivator in chief. Now, if you, as the incoming president, take this seriously and get to know all of your members, what it is they like. People mentioned before, both Brian and Mary mentioned the surveys. By the way, your very own club runner now has tuned in to the map, as Mary demonstrated. Before, we used to have to go through DACDB, but they have now connected. And you can go to your club runner, your club's website, and you can go to the map and you can look at how your club is performing. And please don't make the mistake of saying, we did it so in the past, we really don't have to look at where we are, because if you don't look at where you are going to end up, as Mary demonstrated, behind your projected track. Remember, we lose people every year. Some of them die. When I was district governor, I put a moratorium on death, and I lost more members that year from death than in any other year, including past district governors. I think I lost three past district governors in my year. So you can't put a moratorium on death. You're going to have people who decide that this is not for me. I don't like this culture. I'm going to move to another club. You're going to have people who say, you know what, I'm going to live in New York, so I'm going to have to leave you guys. Hold the phone. They can join the Rotary Caribbean Plus, because we are an e-club, and they can continue with us and continue to be a part of Rotary District 30 and give back to our district, even though they move. So I'm not going to go on for too much longer, because I can see Giselle and Liz and Dina getting a little worried that I could go on forever, which I could, but I'm because I love it, and I love you guys, and I really want for you to take your district leadership, your zone leadership on board. Please go to the zone sessions. They're free. You can go in anytime. Log on to Rotary Zone 3334.org, and you can see a wealth of information that will help you in managing your membership issues. So, Dina, I'm going to stop now. You know, if there are any questions, I will deal with that later.
Okay. Thank you so much, PDG Live, for your insightful discourse on the power of engagement, your discussion in supporting member initiatives, as well as the importance of understanding culture, has provided us with valuable guidance to enhance our efforts. You mentioned the 5 elements of the club leadership: understanding culture, engaging members, robust membership service program, desire of socialization, and to be a motivator. So we deeply appreciate your time and thought that you put into the topic. Thank you so much, PDG Live. Finally, we now hear from membership chair-elect Giselle Holder. Giselle has enjoyed being a facility manager for the past 16 years at Acuitas Caribbean Limited, and was appointed Director of Facilities Management in 2018. Just give me a moment. Giselle graduated in May 2015 from Chester Institute of Technology with her Master of Science in Facility Management. She achieved her BSc in Electrical and Computer Engineering in 2008 from the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus. Giselle has a genuine passion for youth empowerment and community service, which started as a Rotaractor in Rotaract Club of Port of Spain West in 2007. And this continues as a member of the Rotary Club of Maraval since 2018. She has served Rotary District 7030 in several ways, from being the 2015-2016 District Rotaract representative to the current District Secretary to DGW Gupchan and co-chair of the District Membership Committee with DGN Maurice Sad. Fellow Rotarians, I introduce to you Giselle Holder.
Hi guys, good evening everyone, and it's always wonderful to be here with our 7030 family. At this time, what I'm going to try to do is, we have all these wonderful ideas that would have been shared by what I consider some of the gurus in membership, right? And to me, to be a guru in membership, you just have to, as the tagline for this session says, just really take membership to heart. And therefore, once we have an understanding of kind of the why, why grow, the power of engagement, what are we looking like over the years in terms of what our district has done and has been able to do, it's good for us now to be able to look at where we are and look forward. So as you know, we are in PELS mode because we're gearing up for the new Rotary year. And so I would have met with DGE Soraya for us to be able to kind of chat a bit about what that new year could be. Now, I am extremely biased because I think we had 2 fantastic years in terms of membership growth already that built on the foundation of our district membership. And I, of course, share these 2 years with our soon-to-be DG, 2 years to come, Maurice Sad, who's on the call with us. So both of us are the DMCs for this year, and he's allowing me to be DMC alone next year. But of course, I'm still sharing that role with somebody else. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. So for now, we're going to look at the goals. And it's very simple. We already have this, the first goal that's on the screen that speaks about encouraging growth. And it's not to get heavy about numbers, but we have to give you a number to measure, okay? It's just how it is. But the idea is that we really want to see sustained growth. It's not as from Mary's examples where you have clubs that really had wonderful years and really bad years, then wonderful years. What we're looking for from the club level, which of course builds into the district level, is sustained positive growth, right? So whether that comes in increments of 1%, 2%, whatever it may be, that's what we're really trying to drive home to each and every club. From that, we really expect for our clubs to use the data. We are spending a lot of time in terms of reminding, and I know Mary for sure, she's such a wonderful advocate for the tools that we have available to us, especially because we belong to Zone 33 and 34. And one of those tools, of course, is our map tool and the MSC. So we really want you guys to use it. Mary would have shared with Maurice and I a little snapshot of the number of times our clubs would have logged on to the MSC. And we really need to do a little better. Because as you saw from what she shared, you're actually able to plan out your whole year from a membership perspective using this. You don't really need anything else in terms of, it will work the data for you and help you project and plan. What you need after that, of course, is your strategy and a little bit of passion, right? And last but not least, of course, because we're focused on growth, we are going to be working with clubs to explore new club models, right? We think there's a really, really good opportunity for a lot of our clubs to actually explore the satellite model, which is really getting a club that is more or less adjacent to your club, and they're able to meet at different times, have different dues structure, but they are tagged on to your club. And the opportunity they have is to either become a separate club after a few years or be absorbed into your club. But for the times that they are with you, their membership is actually counted as part of your club membership. So it is a form of new growth. So those three things really are the goals for now. Of course, as you understand, as we get closer to the new year, DG, Saraya, and our committee will work together to fine tune. So you may have maybe one or two coming out, but we'll let you know. As I mentioned, Maurice and I, as co-chairs, over the last 2 years, we developed this plan. So this is actually the same plan we used in 2023, moving forward, right? And why fix something that isn't broken? So what we've put here, it looks a little wordy, but all it really speaks is the fact that it's our commitment as a district membership committee to meet with you, right? So we understand our district is diverse. We have different languages and we celebrate that. So what we've done in the past 2 years is really do quarterly calls where we've grouped our clubs into smaller focus groups so we can really get to you and put clubs that are similar together, not so much in location, but more in your membership profile, and have more or less 30-minute sessions with you that will see us sharing maybe 5 or 10 minutes and really allowing for the rest of the time for you to share with us what has worked and share those examples with the other persons on the call. Those are really the highlights to me of the year that we look forward to. There will also be a focus on district-wide events. Just like every other chair, we would, of course, have something during membership month that it will be specifically celebrating membership. So that will be a district-wide event. But certainly those quarterly events are really where we get to the heart of it, right? And we get to chat with you guys and hear from you. Similarly, we've done a few of these over the years as well, where we meet one-on-one with the club leadership. And that is really important for us because when you see the data, some of the data that both Brian and Mary would have shared, it really doesn't tell you the specifics, right? So we may see a decline for a club or club that appears to be declining, but it doesn't tell you why, right? So our one-on-ones with you, should we see, some sort of startling statistic, right, would allow for us to really help get to the why. And once we get to that why, we of course are able to support the club along with other members like the assistant governor and of course your club leadership to come up with plans that could work, right? And we're not making this up. We are leveraging off of strategies that other clubs would have implemented. And finally, what I just wanted to share with you guys is, so this is us. This is our district membership team for now. And, it consists, of course, our DGE will sit on all committees. Our PDG, Sonia, she is actually replacing PDG Lyle on the zone level. So she will be our new assistant Rotary coordinator focused on membership, and she'll be supporting our Caribbean club. So I love working with Sonia, so we're looking forward to that. Thankfully, DGN Maurice has not spit me out, right? So he said he's quite happy to continue on the committee. And of course, if you think of it, it's not only a handover between Maurice and myself, but it's a continuation because Maurice, of course, will be picking up right after Saraya. So it's a wonderful dynamic that we'll be able to do within the membership committee as we look, where we're continuing forward, right? And hopefully sharing all the lessons learned as we hope to get better with our membership growth. And we have a wonderful new addition so far, Natalie Lowell. And basically, Maurice and I were able to share the role in terms of recognizing that our French clubs, there was nothing, I think, more passionate sitting down in a room, only hearing French. But trust me, I understood everything because you could have heard the passion, heard the concern in some instances when issues were raised, but certainly see the value in having a DMC who also spoke their language. So we won't be able to have this every year in terms of DMC being bilingual, right? But what we can do, I think, is make sure we have someone on our committee who is French or who's certainly comfortable, right, with the language so that we could provide that direct support. So I am happily welcoming Natalie to our committee to provide that direct connection, as Maurice did, to our French clubs to ensure that not one word is mistranslated, right? And so the last person to join this committee really is you, because we are looking for about 2 more people to come on board. And those roles are roles we could chat some more about as we go through the year. And I think that we'll be able to have more have more conversation on that, certainly as we get into the in-person sessions that will happen in our district conference. So at this time, that is all I had for you. We got wonderful content earlier. I'm gonna say a quick thank you, right? But I know that we want to get into the Q&A. So this is our membership email. For now, if you email it, you will get Maurice and I. It goes to our emails, but from next year, it will go to the committee. Okay, so you will get even more persons capable to respond to you. So I just want to thank everyone, and I'm taking the opportunity here to also thank personally all the presenters here. I really value you coming on board. It's been beautiful, but we need to get to some Q&A. So if you could spare some more time with us here. AG Dina, over to you, and thank you.
District Membership Chair-elect Giselle, thank you for your informative presentation on membership goals, for introducing your team, and for providing us with the forward-looking vision for membership. Your dedication and insights will certainly motivate us as we embrace this journey ahead. So thank you again. At this point, we will engage everyone in question and answers, and I'll ask Giselle to handle that part of the program.
Thanks so much, AG Dina. I'm just laughing because Maurice is criticizing me over the picture I chose for him in the presentation. And Charles Salmon, he's beautiful. He's a beautiful guy, so it's okay. It's okay. But I actually had a question for Brian, and I wrote it down here. I just wanted some more information because I'd never seen the term before on what is club experience concierge. It was on your slide, and even with looking at the slide, I was like, what is this? So Brian, if you could offer us some info on that, please.
Yeah, thank you, Giselle. And also, I just want to echo your thanks to the presenters. I'm just so inspired hearing from all of the speakers today, and I hope you all are as well. You've got an incredible team here to support you. And the Club Experience Concierge is also a resource to help support you. As I mentioned, the Club Experience is the most important driver of satisfaction. Another fact is that there's no shortage of resources available to you. We saw many of them today. And if any of you have ever visited the Rotary website, there's a lot of resources available to you. Perhaps too many. Perhaps it's a bit overwhelming and you don't know where to start. So what we've done is we've heard that feedback, we've listened to you, and we've attempted to create an interactive tool called the Club Experience Concierge, where you can effectively launch an interactive survey. You'll be asked to address a question. What's the most important element of the club experience that you as a club want to focus on? And based on how you answer that, we will serve up customized resources, just a few that are specific to that area of interest, rather than wishing you good luck to swim through the deep end of the Rotary resource pool. So it's a new resource to help you again find the right resources to address the issues that you want to focus on to improve your club experience. You can access it at rotary.org/membership. And over the next couple of months, you'll be receiving a few communications directly from Rotary International, A couple of them will be from me personally. And I believe it'll be in April or May, that communication to you as incoming club presidents will be a link to that resource. So if you don't have an opportunity to find it and interact with it now, please open that email that I'll be sending you in a month or two, and really take advantage of it. It's going to help you and your club leadership team find some additional tools to help you be successful.
Thanks so very much for that, Brian. I think as you said, there's so much out there, but it's about really seeing what works best for your club. So we appreciate that a lot. At this time, we don't really have much questions. So sorry, spoke too soon. Okay, so we have one directly for PDG Lyle. Can you give us insight on the full e-based club meetings, weekly meetings? Are there no in-person meetings at all? Over to you, Lyle.
Okay, thanks. We don't meet weekly. We meet on the second and fourth Thursday of the month. We have average attendance of about 34 people, which is, it's good. We're open like every other club. You can go to our website, which is RotaryCaribbeanPlus.org, and you can go to our events calendar and click on our meetings and you can join. And the second part of it, is it all online? For now, it's all online, but for instance, tomorrow, we have somebody to pin who is here from Chicago, one of our members from Chicago. So those of us who are in St. Lucia and who can make it, we're going to go to a pub and we're going to have a few beers and some fun, and we're going to pin our brother, right? And I will send back another 5 pins to Chicago so he can distribute them to members in New York and Toronto. We hope to have an annual gathering. The idea is that annual gathering will become a major fundraiser as well as huge fun. We are encouraging, I think we have 8 members going to the district conference. And bear in mind, we're a brand new club. So we're encouraging those regional gatherings as well. So I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, I see Cindy nodding, so it seems you did. There's another, it's more of a confirmation, and it's still for you, PDG Lyle. Odessa just wanted to confirm, it was indicated that the bylaws were changed so that the focus is engagement and not the removal of members for non-engagement or lack of attendance at club activities. Just confirming that they heard correctly.
Yeah, well, changed past tense, they're in the process of being changed. Right. So if you look at the Rotary International Standard Club Constitution, Article 10, you will see, I think it is one of the subsections 7, I believe, which gives you the ability to change your bylaws to have a different attendance requirement. And then I think it's Article 12 or somewhere down the line, there is all the punitive things that you can kick people out because they haven't done 60% of club meetings for whatever. Our bylaws will, and we have to ratify them, will state that this is not the case. We encourage you to attend, but we do not take, I think the wording we have is failure to attend on its own is not viewed as a terminable offense or a terminatable offense. So I will be running that by Alicia up at head office, the mothership, just to make sure that it's not out of sync. But the Constitution gives you the ability to amend your bylaws for certain things. So for attendance and terminations for attendance, we are amending our bylaws. Because, you know, our club by nature has people that travel all over the world. Yes, they can make up from wherever they are, but sometimes it's not practical. You know, you're 12 hours ahead or so many hours behind. It just doesn't, in the middle of their workday, they can't make the meeting. So we don't want to make that an issue.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for that, PDG Lyle. We have another question, and Mary, if you will take this one, please. What are some activities or programs that can increase member participation and retention? And of course, I know Mary has this story.
Which story is that, Giselle?
You got this.
So I think the way to start with engagement is to ask the member what they are looking for out of their membership. You know, there are folks that join because they're looking for networking so they can build their business. There are others that are looking for the opportunity for professional development. And boy, do we want those folks, because we can give them some opportunities to develop, right? and others might be new to the community and are looking for friends. So fellowship is another way. So I encourage folks to put forth the effort to get to know what your current members, as well as your prospective members, are really looking for. And so I think, Giselle, the story you might be thinking for me to tell is from my club did the survey from the Membership Success Center when it first became available. And, you know, it's just 8 or 9 questions. It's pretty short, but the last ones are open-ended, which really gives you insight into opportunities. But the first couple are, one says, why did you join Rotary? You know, and what's the answer that we've always heard? You know, people join Rotary for networking business a lot of times. And then, but they grow and they stay in Rotary for service. So that was the answer I expected to get from the survey. Well, that is not the answer that came. The answer came that they stayed in Rotary for networking. So that changed our whole thinking about what we needed to do as a club in terms of programming. So rather than only hearing from new members stand up and tell about themselves and do their classification talk or whatever, we went back and had all members, especially the long-term members, do classification talks and introductions. And we did it in a panel format. So they did a little intro about themselves. There were 2 or 3 on the panel. There were Q&As, so that everybody had an opportunity to kind of re-engage with one another and develop that networking, because the new members never hear from the old members, yeah, or the originals, as we've learned to call them. So I really think it's different for each individual, and it's worth the time to figure out what is each individual looking for, so you can help them become engaged that delivers value to them.
Exactly. That's the story, Mary. That's the story. So thanks so much for that. And I saw Brian wonderfully answered his question already in the chat. But is there anything else, Brian, that you would want to kind of add to it or discuss more?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just want to emphasize that there's lots of different ways to get feedback. Be creative. Think about the culture of your club and the members and what might be most appropriate for you. Sometimes it's just that one-on-one cup of tea or coffee. That's an opportunity to get feedback and engage the members as well. So we talk about surveys and lots of resources available. They're there to help you. If they work for you as they're designed, use them, customize them, just pick some of the questions that work best for you and what you're trying to accomplish. But again, it doesn't have to be high tech or very sophisticated. One of the examples is just having blank note cards at meetings and events, and invite people to leave a little bit of feedback of how the event went. Very brief, but that opportunity just shows that you care about people's perspective. And then be sure to actually take the feedback, discuss it with your board, and act on it as best as you can, or as long as it's appropriate. Thank you.
Thanks so much for that, Brian. Somebody, Cindy, you're not supposed to ask the moderator any questions. I mean, really. But yeah, so just on this example, and of course, panel, anyone else, feel free. But what I've done research and what I've seen in terms of the corporate type is, for example, I could give an example locally. It hasn't been formed as yet, but I think it's an opportunity. When I was in Rotary, we used to have a lot of persons from the same business coming to our Rotary meetings, right? And what was happening is that we had a lot of, so they would bring someone and they will bring someone else, but all from the same company. And in hindsight, looking back at that to me would have been an opportunity to create some sort of corporate model or membership type within your club, meaning that company A, they would have an opportunity to kind of get together, 5 of them, 6 of them, and be part of Rotary, your club extending membership, right? Invitation to them. And I think how it goes, it kind of rotates, right? In terms of who actually participates or would actually attend the meetings. And so you're actually leveraging off of a company that has interests in Rotary and they're coming together like that. So I don't know if that is all of it, but certainly we have the gurus on the call so they can give more information as well. The question was, can you please provide more information on corporate model clubs or membership types?
I'm happy to start.
Yes,
Giselle.
Brian.
I think
Happy
that was
for you to save me. Yes.
No, that was a brilliant example. And again, there are some resources on the membership page of Rotary.org. There's a couple different ways that you can organize it. And generally the question is, what are your goals as a club? And then you can, from there, determine what's the structure of the corporate membership that you might want to offer. So there's a resource. I'll find the French version and provide that link in the chat in a moment as well. But it gives you some guidance as to how it can be structured. There's some guidance on how you might adjust your bylaws to accommodate this additional membership type. But again, ultimately, what are your goals? And then think about how can you provide, again, a solution to that corporate entity as well. What are their goals in engaging their employees in membership? I could talk about this a long time, but it'll probably have to be another meeting.
But on a real, maybe it should be like a little segue. We could do something really lovely on it, just kind of expanding and giving more insight into these different model types, because we tend here in 70/30 so far, we are a bit traditional, but I think we need to get our feet wet and explore these different models. So that's why I'm really excited that DG Soraya is really encouraging us to do that or focus more on that next year. And I saw also Mary put in the chat another link too from the zone level for us to look at, that we could get some more ideas on it. So guys, at this time, I just want to reiterate what Tanya put in the chat as well. She's just reminding us that we could get the recording for our PEL sessions off of the YouTube page, our district YouTube page. And I think it is 8:20. I don't know, but I think we've done well. So I'm going to hand you back to AG Dina, and just once again saying thank you to our learning team, to our DG Soraya, and of course to our presenters. I think that I had fun and I enjoyed this. It was very great. And I think from the interactions, so did our Rotary family. So thank you again.
Thank you so much, Giselle. I now pass you back to DGE Soraya for her closing remarks.
Thank you. Thank you, AG Dina, and thank you to our wonderful presenters here this evening. I am pretty sure that I speak for all of us when I say that collectively, this has been an outstanding information-packed presentation on membership, right? It's important We spoke about where we are as an organization, as a district, how and why we should grow, the ultimate power of engagement, what our focus will be in the new Rotary year, and the many available resources that were shared with you, to include the MAP action plan and all of the various links and resources shared by Brian. Thank you so much, Brian and Mary, our very passionate membership gurus from RI and the Zone, our very own and equally passionate, or maybe even more so, our PDG Lyle and our incoming membership chair, Past Assistant Governor Giselle. Thank you again for your presentations and support to the district. To our club leadership and all members on the call, thank you for your participation. The plan is to arm you with as much information as possible, such that we can achieve our membership objectives and ensure that we continue to have thriving and highly successful clubs. As a reminder, this is not the end of our membership conversations. Our in-person PELS membership workshop promises great interaction, so come ready to discuss, share all of your membership concerns, jot them down from now, your success stories, so that we can learn and grow together. Our next virtual session will be on Rotary Foundation. That is next week, Wednesday, 26th of March at 7 p.m. So please mark your calendars. Thank you to the District Learning Facilitator, Tanya, and the Learning Committee for your support, the French interpreters, as well as our District Communications Officer, for all the behind-the-scenes efforts which ensures a smooth production. It's a team effort all around. Let us unite for good, unite for service, and in the words of President-elect Mario, let us become the best qualified team of volunteers on the planet. We close up now. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening. Thank you.